Grand rising, everyone. Woo woo! It is Wednesday. Welcome to the Grand Rising Elizabeth Wealth Building Wednesday show. How you doing? How you doing? I love Wednesdays. Wednesdays is known as Hump Day. Day Wednesday because it's in the middle of the week and it's a great time and a reminder for you to be able to reflect, refocus, how your week was, and to change some things up to reach that ultimate goal that you want to meet in your personal life as well as in your business life. Okay. I'm excited. My name is Lakeisha LeGrand, also known as Madam Finance, because I help everyday people build wealth with confidence. Those who know, I love to start the show off with a millionaire and billionaire success story. I love this. This is one of the things that my mentor does, and I just love it because I used to study millionaires and billionaires on my own. So today's millionaire and billionaire success story is going to be on Mike Ilitch. Mike Ilitch was born into a working class immigrant family in Detroit, where he faced many financial struggles. Despite these challenges, his love for sports led him to a professional baseball career, but an injury ended his playing days. With determination, Mike pivoted to business, co-founding Little Caesars Pizza in 1959 alongside his amazing wife Marion. Starting with very little money, they used their savings and a small loan to open their first store. With a vision to provide affordable, quality food for families, Little Caesars grew into a global brand, generating billions in annual sales. But their success story is about more than just business. It's about their deep commitment to Detroit and their community. Mike Ilitch was known for his quiet generosity, including touching act of philanthropy that went largely unrecognized for many years. He secretly paid the rent for Rosa Parks, the civil rights icon, after she moved to Detroit in the 1960s. Rosa, who had famously refused to give up her seat on the segregated bus, was facing financial hardship. Mike, inspired by her bravery and resilience, supported her in silence, empowering, embodying, his belief in doing good without seeking recognition. In the early days of Little Caesars, Marion had to keep Mike's generosity nature in check. Mike's heart was so large that he often wanted to give away pizzas for free. But Marion, ever the pragmatic partner, knew that for the business to thrive, there needed to be a sustainable model. She worked alongside Mike to balance his generous spirit with practical business decisions, ensuring that Little Caesars could grow while still giving back to the community. The Illich family legacy extends far beyond their business. Marion and Mike have left a lasting impact on Detroit, not only through their ownership of the Detroit Red Wings, Detroit Tigers, and Motor City Casino Hotel, but also through their vision to revitalize the city with a $1.4 billion sports and entertainment district. Their journey from a small pizza shop to a multi-billion-dollar empire, all while helping others and staying deeply connected to their roots, is a testament to the power of hard work, vision, and generosity. Mike and Marion Illich's story is proof that true wealth is measured not only by what you build, but by how you touch the lives of others along the way. I thought that was just so amazing because, I didn't know
Yeah.
that he had did that for Rosa Parks. You know what I mean? I just thought that was just so awesome. And me and Rev had talked about that, talking about doing things and not, being recognized about it, doing things in secret. You don't always have to let everybody know, oh yeah, I helped them do this. Oh yeah, I did this. I no, somewhere in the Bible it says that's your reward.
Mm-hmm.
If you go ahead and do, that's your reward. But I want God to God to reward me more than I'm looking for recognition from me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just really, really, truly love that story. And it goes to show over and over again as we talk about these different success stories, that it's not just about us. It's not about us. It's about the community and helping people. And God works through people. And so it's totally beyond us. So I am just excited about today. Y'all, I have passed the double nickels. I have passed more than 55 days of no meat.
Ooh. Yay.
I'm really working on myself. I'm working on my peace because your peace is your power.
Yeah.
Your peace is your power. And when you at peace, you're not easily moved by life circumstances and what all the people want to put on you and label you and with all of the noise that's out here. When you are in peace, you're in more of control.
Mm-hmm.
So I am excited about our guest today. Woo! Miss Terry Hudson. She is
Hello.
wonderful and amazing. I always have loved her spirit. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead, Miss Hudson, let you do the honors of telling us a little bit about yourself.
Awesome. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sweet, sweet. So my name is Terry Hudson. I am the owner of Royalty Gardens, Detroit native all my life. Um, Serial entrepreneur, um, lover of people, lover of nature. I love being outside. I love engaging in natural elements. That's my thing. That's where I get my rebirth, my reboost from being outside, being in water. I love living near the water. Um, and that's just me. I'm a pretty chill person. If there's anybody out here who's seen me around, I've worked as a substitute teacher for about 15 years now. Um, just because I love the kids, I love people. Um, really, really like what I do. Really, really like being able to engage young people on a regular basis. They have energy that it gets depleted after a certain age, and so being around them, we really get to get renewed. They're like little beams of sunshine.
Mhm.
And that's me. That's me. Royalty Gardens is a um, organic company. We started with soap and skincare, and we have since ventured into fresh, locally grown produce. So the company's changing a little bit, which is exciting. And so that's occupying me a little bit these days, just transitioning through the changes and making sure that things still are streamlined and the brand is easy to be recognized and um, making sure I'm taking care of my business.
That is so amazing. So I recently found out that you won a pitch competition.
I did. I did.
Congratulations on that.
Thank
Pitching
you.
is just so important. Like, how did you even learn about pitching? Like, a lot of people don't know how important it is to have a good pitch. When somebody asks you, how are you? What do you do? Like, what got you on the journey to knowing the importance of pitching?
When I was in college, um, I found myself working as a door-to-door vacuum salesperson. And that really right there, that gave me insight into the importance of being able to pitch. Um, and it also opened me up to the versatility of the idea of pitching. A lot of people think you pitch only for a business contest or, to win something. Um, but you pitch every day. We
Mm.
pitch every day. We pitch when we meet a new person. We pitch when we're shopping as a consumer. Um, we pitch when we're dating. We pitch all the time, right? So, um, working that job, um, I did it for about probably 3 years out of my college career. Working that job really gave me insight into the importance of pitching. Um, and as a business owner, um, it really helped me be comfortable pitching. Um, I won the Detroit Soup pitch contest. I'm not sure how many of you guys know about Detroit Soup, but it's a partnership of the Build Institute. And what Soup does is they bring together entrepreneurs who have an idea, a new idea, and you go and you present your new idea to a group of attendees, community partners. There was a bank there, somebody representing the bank, and you present your idea, and who the people there get a vote, and they vote on the idea that they think deserves the soup pot. And so that was my particular opportunity with Detroit Soup. Um, I pitched the idea of expanding my business and buying some land here in the city, um, which is part of my wealth building strategy. And so they thought it was a good idea and forwarded me a little money to buy some more land.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's
Wonderful.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. A lot of times, that's why I wanted to recognize you for that because a lot of times we don't celebrate all our wins. And I don't care how big, how small, I'm not sure how much the grant was or you went in a pitch competition was, but it really doesn't matter. What
Mhm.
it matters is that you had the courage,
Hmm.
you went there, you know, you got a chance to expand, to get the exposure. It's important. So it's not always about the money. Even when Natural Living by Design have went through and got selected on a various different events. Like the last one, the biggest one was the Motor City Hatch, program. And we were running for the $100,000 grant. Although we didn't win, I feel like we still won. Because for
Mm.
one, it's not always about the money. It was about the visibility. It's about,
Mhm.
people knowing, even when you go to the pop-ups, when you have the pop-ups, it can't just be all about the money. You have to be intentional about why you going to this pop-up and make the best of the pop-up. You met new connections. When you do pop-ups, you meet new connections. When we did that, we brought visibility, we made new connections. Like it's bigger than just the money. If you're just focusing on the money,
Man, that right there. I mean, you could talk a long time to people in our community about a lot of times the money isn't even what's the most important. I mean, your opening talk was about Mike Ilitch, right? Um, Paying Rosa Parks's rent in the 90s. That's not a lot of money. Like that's not a lot of money. But the fact that he had in his heart to give it, right? The fact that he didn't value the money more than he valued the life that he was protecting. That's what's
mm,
up. It's not about the money.
mm,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's
A lot of
about
people don't know that he did that um as a result. She got beat up where she was living.
mm,
Someone broke into her apartment, beat her up, and he had the heart to say, you know what, she shouldn't be living there. She should be living somewhere else. So yeah, not about the money at all.
wow, that's amazing. Because God works through people. And so when you build in the wealth, you just got to know that it's not just for you. It's about what are you going to do with it. You can't, if your hands is closed, And how he gonna bless it? He needs you to be a blessing to other people. He needs your love. He had love for humans. He had a love, for people. We gotta
Hmm.
have that love. In order to make the change that you want to see, we need to be a part of that. And it's not always, financially. It's just even having this conversation today, right now, elevating the mind, because it's all about that mindset
Man,
and
yes.
preparing you for the wealth. This is what Wealth Building Wednesdays are. It's wealth building. And then knowing what to do when you get that wealth. What are you going to do when you get the wealth? We need to know what we're going to do when we get the wealth, and know that it's not all about you. And that's one of the things that I love about global empowerment, because you learn so much before you even get there. You already know what to do. You already know the mindset that you need to have. And you
Hmm.
have to be careful with wealth building, because it comes with a lot, and people coming around you, not always for the right reasons. You
Yeah.
know, come wealth comes power.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure your ego don't kick in when you get this money.
Hmm.
I've seen how money can change people at an early age.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Personally, being young, having a restaurant, at a young age, making really good money at a young age. And I just saw how, my ex-husband, how it changed him a lot by having this, money. But I always knew inside, just as quick as you can get it, it could be taken away.
Spend $500,000 an hour.
Mm.
Say that again. I didn't miss that. Say that
You
again.
can spend $500,000 in an hour. You can spend $500,000 in 10 minutes. I mean,
Ooh.
come on. It's fleeting. It is fleeting. It's
Huh.
fleeting.
It is, and not only that, you can. I had contacted Tech Town, and one of my mentors. I wanted to talk to her about the book signing and different things, and just my ideas of what's going on, in the future. And she reminded me, which is true, you can make $1 million and still don't even be profitable. Your company could have made $1 million in sales and you still not profitable. She
A
reminded
lot
me.
of a lot of us, and Mr. Cartwright teaches this or exposes this. A lot of us don't realize that these huge companies, the Ubers, the Procter and Gambles, these huge companies, they're not profitable for a long time. They're losing money for a long time, right? Um, in our community, we got to start realizing that, um, having a pocket full of money is not necessarily building wealth.
Yeah. What are you doing with it? What are
Hmm.
you doing with that money? Because it's not really how much money you make, it's what you're doing with what you have.
Hmm.
It's what you're doing with what you have, which is, most important. That being consistent with savings, or opening up a brokerage account. You only need $5, and that $5 over time, and you keep being consistent and getting you some dividend stocks, or getting you some REITs, which is real estate investment trusts, or ETFs and different things like that. Just being consistent, can grow wealth, and just have it set to automatically reinvest itself, and it'll be a wealth over time. It'll be a wealth over time. And
Yeah.
so that's really important about your personal development, because that's what I'm working on, my inner peace, because your peace is your power. You know, um
Yes.
being laser focused, and still being you, because everything is just so noisy right now.
Hmm.
You need to be doing this. You post this. You got to do this. You had, not allowing outside forces to change you or who you are as a person. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
To stay grounded with who you are.
That's
That's what you become in the process. That's what you become in the process. The mindset that you that emerges from the it's not like they say, it's not so much as the destination, it's the journey. It's what you become in the process that's important.
That's good, Calvin. Not
Yeah.
only that, enjoying the
Yeah.
journey.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying the journey. You have to enjoy the journey. You have to be willing to work on your personal development. You have to be willing to learn and allow yourself grace through the process. Allow yourself some grace. You know, and you learn from the mistake. Like I know y'all have heard me say this over and over time, and Mr. Cartwright was big on if you have not made a whole lot of mistakes and lost a whole lot of money, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't did nothing. So what is you doing? Because through those mistakes, it's gonna come success. That's how you. That's
Ooh,
really
mistakes and losses, baby. Mistakes and losses.
mistakes and losses. And I went to the business summit, and they mentioned that too. Kevin Harrington mentioned that. Fail fast.
Oh my goodness. Hurry up and get it over with.
Fail fast. And learn from it. And learn from it. So I thought that was amazing for that. I've just learned so much through the journey of the book signing, going through that particular process, being around a lot of diverse people and millionaires, and they pay to show up. They pay to show up to what it is that they want, to be in that room that they need to be in, to be connected to what they need to be connected to. Whatever they got to do, you just imagine yourself being successful for one. That's what I'm working on, is my imagination. More so I think that's the link piece, is my imagination and seeing yourself successful. Not that I don't see myself successful, but seeing that you're reaching those goals, seeing what it is that you want, and seeing that it is done. Like imagine what they say, start from the back and work your way up. Like I see my salt cave. I see, my success. I see the things that I want to see. So I've been really, really, truly, working on, my imagination, and, I just feel good about my future. I feel good about you all's future. How y'all feel? How y'all feel? Do y'all see yourself accomplishing the goals that you want to accomplish?
I definitely see myself accomplishing those goals. Being in the thick of the journey,
Mm,
it gets blurry sometimes, because I know where I want to end, but where I want to end is not where I am right now. Um, for example, I sell soap, ourgardensoap.com. Get some great natural bar soap. And I like the soap. I like selling the soap.
I like
I
the soap
feel
too.
I feel like it's a contribution to certain people who want to live natural, organic lives. They don't want to put detergents and chemicals on their skin. That serves them, and it's a good thing. My passion has always been feeding my people. So before I started the soap company, I had 3 restaurants. And starting the soap company was a pivot from me creating healthy sauces for food. And so as I journeying through learning how to sell soap, learning how to package soap, learning how to build a website for soap, in the back of my mind, I'm like, what happened to my vision for food? What happened to it? Um, but I work anyway, and I do what I got to do anyway, and I stay diligent anyway, and I'm not giving up anyway. And in the midst of that, in the midst of this year and last year, I've come into relationship with local farmers in Detroit. And these local farmers can't make it to all the markets, and they need help distributing their healthy food into urban communities. And I'm in position to do it. Just because I started selling soap, I'm connected to these markets, and I can take their food and get it directly to the people it needs to get to. And that is exciting for me because I see my business evolving into what my heart is calling to do in the community, which is to provide healthy food. Now, we started with soap, but eventually we're going to get to that food part. And I trust that, and I believe that, and I see that, right? I see farm to table restaurants that poor people can afford to eat at. That's what I see. And it's coming.
That's amazing because not the last time we connected, but I remember I was on my journey and I saw you at the Easter market one Saturday. And you were picking up all this healthy food and healthy things. And then later I saw you and I purchased some of your greens. What's that? They were
The
really,
spring
really
mix.
good. They were really fresh. Yeah, so that is so cool. And your outlook about that was like really powerful about us eating healthy, working on our health, because
We've
it's
got to.
Mhm.
We have been taught wrong. We've been taught to eat as if we're machines. Slaves, basically. We've been taught to be a slave and to eat as if we are a slave. And that's not what's up. We have to be re-educated, and we have to have the options accessible for us to practice what we know we need to practice.
Yeah. So the website looks beautiful.
Thank you.
That Queen show. Is it okay if we play your video that you have on your website? Can we do that, Queen?
I don't mind. That's fine. Go
That's
ahead.
okay. Can we do that, Queen? You on? Yeah, we can't hear you, Queen. You on mute.
Your wish is my command.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love your website. Did you do that yourself or?
No, not this one. The first site we had, I built myself, and then my husband encouraged me to have some professional redo it. So this is the professionally redone site. And that video came from Wise Digital Marketing via Detroit Means Business and their services grant. So Melissa,
Yes.
Wise Digital Marketing, shout out to her for doing some great video and commercials.
Awesome, because I'm working on connecting with her
Yeah, she's good to work
because
with.
she really impressed me when she came on our show.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm currently working with her. Also Melissa Wise Digital Marketing, y'all.
I started Royalty Gardens to solve a problem. I got tired of skincare products that made my issue worse, so I decided to take matters into my own hands. Watching my son struggle with sensitive skin and acne made me want to find solutions for him also. We're committed to making the highest quality handmade skincare at the best price, no compromises. From young people dealing with sensitive skin to people struggling with eczema and inflammation, our products offer simple solutions that work. We're selective about the oils we use. We make sure they're nutrient dense and beneficial to the skin. We don't skip out on the luxurious of skincare, but we design soaps that are also great to use. Royalty Gardens was created to solve more than just skincare problems. Every bar of soap we sell helps create jobs and affordable housing right here in Detroit. We're not just washing away skin problems, we're washing away homelessness. With every purchase, you're supporting our mission to provide housing and hope for those in need. Together, we can wash away problems and build a brighter future for us all. Luxurious, handmade, organic, and natural. Royalty Gardens is a natural skincare line.
Nice.
That was so
Very nice.
nice. I love it. That's what I'm talking about, sister. That's what
Mhm.
I'm talking about. Moving with excellence, girl. Moving with excellence. Oh, that was
God is
so
good. God is good. God is good. And being connected to global empowerment, that's how that grant was able to get trickled on down, to a sister. I honestly believe if I had not been connected with global empowerment, I might have missed that one.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. I think I feel like the same way also because your environment is like very, very important. Like if I
Environment is
wouldn't I
key.
wouldn't, yeah, it's key being around the like-minded people. If
Yeah.
I hadn't have been there, I would not have known Miss Dr. Riola Thomas who was in the house.
Dr. Riola, is she here?
Yes, she is.
Awesome.
She
Shout out Dr.
is.
Riola.
Yes, and she's in the health.
Hi, Terry. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Good to see you.
Good to see you and good to hear you.
Yeah.
um, just being connected around these wonderful people. I wouldn't, Evelyn, she's amazing. Miss Evelyn Pinker, Queen of Dooney, Calvin, like just being around people who are elevating, people who are making a difference in people's lives. It's just amazing because it's just so important. You keep being around millionaires and people who are on the same path, eventually you're going to grow as well. You're going to grow as well. I've seen so much growth just here on the Grand Rising Elizabeth. Sharonda, like we're all growing, and it just feels good to see us growing because I am a true believer that your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, they need to see more success stories.
They do. They
More,
need to see it. They got to see it.
they got to see it and know that it could be done. Know that they
Yep.
could do it.
Yep.
I just it's just amazing just to even see my son. He grew up seeing a black president. You know what I mean? No matter what people opinions are on him, he got a chance to visually see a black president and knows that, you know, infinite possibilities. Like I see him, he just thriving. A lot of them just thriving. They're just so different and they thriving and they
Our
not.
young people are different. They are different, man. They cut from, like you said, that having watched and having had a black president, like us as entrepreneurs, we understand the deeper stuff, right? We understand it's just we still got some work to do. But the
Yes.
young people being able to just see that,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's making them savage out here. I really do believe it. I believe
Mm-hmm.
it. They feel like they can do anything, and it comes with positive and negative side.
That's
Yes.
right. They see that they have to get out here and get it. Coming from my era, we were so accustomed to getting a job, and jobs were plentiful for extended period of time. But now in this market, the young people see that you are an employee, but you have no value. So they're not really attached to the 30 years in a gold watch mentality because it's not really a part of their experience. They know they
Mm,
have to get out here and create a pathway for themselves. And even though they're learning how to be more self-sufficient because we have a community that's not the kind of community that's so vibrant, but they create a pathway for themselves. And my age group, we have to do the same thing. It's not too late for us.
mm-hmm. Yep.
That is so good, Calvin.
Mhm.
That is so true. And we still have, like you said, Miss Hudson, we still got a lot of work to do. We still have to make sure that we are paying them some attention, because that's still important also. Even though our career is very important, but still making sure that we're giving time to our nieces, our nephews, our children is so very vital in their success.
It
What they
is.
have to say is important. Like I had
It
to
is.
learn how to just sit back. He'd be so excited. I'm like, I had to learn to just stop what I'm doing and listen to him
And listen.
because
Yep.
it's
And listen.
important to him, and just to listen, not always give my opinion, but just to listen to the young people, your nieces and who want to come in and talk to you,
Mhm.
and listen. So
Mhm.
I'm learning how to become a much better mother, which
It takes time, man. It takes time. Um, my oldest son decided he was going to venture off and become independent at 17. Well, it was a short-lived independence. Um, and that's okay. That's okay.
Right, right.
Um, he's 18 now. He'll be 19 next month, actually. And I have to tell him, I had to tell him a couple times since he's moved back home. I tell him, I say, your mom is a living and learning being. There are some things that I may have applied to your middle school life that I have learned not to apply to your brother's middle school life. So um, keep that sugary cereal upstairs in your room because I don't feed that to him. And that's just, hey, he came up. I bought the sugary cereal. I would
Yeah.
give him an egg to balance it out, make them drink water, make sure they have fresh stuff around that sugary cereal. But as I continue to develop and learn, we're getting rid of the sugary cereal all in general.
Mhm.
And like Lakeisha said, just becoming a better mother. And that's part of building wealth. Because if you do not apply what you have learned, you'll keep making um, decisions that decrease you.
Mm.
Decisions that decrease your wealth, decisions that decrease your health, decisions that decrease your happiness and wholeness. You have to make decisions based on the wisdom you come in contact with and engage with so that you can manifest the goodness of that wisdom. You can't keep making the same stupid choices. So I had to tell my son, we don't need Captain Crunch no more. We don't need honeycombs no more. I know we bought it once upon a time, but we don't need that no more.
Mhm.
Yes. And how can we follow you also? Because that's very, very important, also, to be able to connect with you, to follow you, because, it all helps. So, how can we follow you? Are you on Instagram, Facebook?
Yes, I am. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and it's all at R Garden Soap. Letter R, word garden, word soap.
Our
You can
God,
also, if
I
R Garden
just
Soap.
posted it in the chat at
Yep,
Our Garden Soap. Everyone, if you can, please follow her. It really helps, a lot. Her soap is amazing. I have purchased the soap, and it's a very good soap. It's a very good soap. As a matter of fact, I need to get some, and then also maybe collab with you, on because I'm in the health and wellness space, natural living by
mhm,
design, and yeah, I would love to have your soap in the store, the
for
online
sure.
store.
Let's collaborate. Let's collaborate. We can always do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we take pride in our recipes. It's handmade, it's old school style soap. I tell people if Jesus used soap, this is soap
This is
Jesus
what
would
he would
use.
use.
So yeah,
That's a
we
good line. That's a good line.
we
It gives
use
a
some
lot of,
just some good stuff, some shea butter, some
yeah.
olive oil, a little coconut oil, just good wholesome stuff.
That's that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, um, I love your calmness, your energy. So what made you decide to, I'm in this, the space like you are. I love the financial piece. Like that's my baby, really. My finances, helping people with that. But then also that health piece. Like that's just so important because how you gonna be wealthy if you're not healthy, right? I really had to get in grips with that. Like I need to do better with my eating habits, with exercising, and I actually feel good. I'm beyond my double nickel days. I was like, can you make it the double nickels? Keisha, can you make it the double nickels? People don't who know double nickels. That's 55. 55 days. That's the 55 days. You know what I'm saying? I was happy when I turned 55. I was like, I made it to double nickel. Well, that's the double nickels, y'all, if y'all didn't know. I made it past the 55 mark of not eating, any meat. And it's challenging. Miss Riola, she cooks, vegan food, you know. How is your eating habit? Like, how are you maintaining that? That's so important on maintaining. So I got the lettuce and stuff from you the last time I saw you. Miss Riola hasn't eaten meat in a very, very long time. Like, how did y'all learn how did you learn how to cook, Riola? How did you learn how to cook?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Well, I don't really cook that much. I prepare. So I do mostly raw and live food. Um, but I just substitute for nuts, seeds, and grains for meat. And then I make that into a dish like a loaf or something like that, or like a pate or like a hummus or something like that. That's what I have for my meat. And all kinds of vegetables. And I have to get with you, Terry, because I'm looking for fresh vegetables all the time. So,
Yes, ma'am.
yep. So that's what I do. And I eat a lot of salads. I make different salads. I marinate my vegetables a lot, instead of cooking them, I marinate them. And they come out tasting almost like they're cooked. So it's just a different way of, preparing your food. But I do eat some cooked food like baked potatoes, corn on the cob, different things like that.
I found
Yeah.
out that corn on the cob is delicious raw, like the sweet corn. When you just eat them without cooking
It
or steaming,
is.
oh my
Oh,
God,
it is.
they are so good. It's so
Mhm.
good. Yeah.
It
You
must be because I
just have
think you
never
mentioned it on
tried it
another
like
show
that.
how good it was.
It's good. So good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You'd be
Yeah,
surprised sometime if you eat raw food, instead of cooking it, just eat it raw.
Hmm.
Like I don't cook my oatmeal. I soak my oatmeal. I soak it with raisins, cinnamon, different things. And when you soak it, I didn't really like oatmeal cooked, but I like it raw. So a lot of foods that you cook, you can eat raw. It's just how you prepare it.
it's just how you prepare it.
Eh,
So I've
That's
been on
all.
the my girlfriend got me on the JJ 10-day fast. I've been had the book, where you do all of these different smoothies or whatever. And I'm so used to making my own smoothies, but I have been actually putting oatmeal into my smoothies, and it keep me fuller longer.
Yeah, that oatmeal is a
Mhm.
sticker.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Evelyn's hand is up.
Yes.
Yes, Evelyn.
Hi. Is sprouted oatmeal better?
Yes.
And okay, good. So that's what
Anything
I've been
sprout, I
getting.
mean, that you can sprout, like the seeds, grains, and nuts, you can soak all of that. And that's when the life come out in the food when you soak it. It goes back to the natural state that it came in.
Okay. So if I
Seeds.
use um cashews for anything, any nuts, I should soak it first.
Ye-
Okay.
yes, it's better to soak it because most nuts have enzyme inhibitors in them. And when you soak it, that's how you get them out because the enzyme inhibitors is what cause your food not to digest. And that's why a lot of people get sick when they eat nuts.
Oh, yeah,
Mm.
okay. That's why my grandson was getting sick. It's cereal that Costco sells, and it looked really good. I mean, it had all the nuts and seeds in it, but it probably hadn't been soaked.
Oh, absolutely
Every time
not.
he ate it, he was like, "Oh," like, okay.
And they
Hmm.
probably wasn't even raw. They was probably cooked nuts, not raw.
Oh goodness, yeah.
So that's even worse.
Okay,
So
thank
your
you.
suggestion is to get raw nuts and soak them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They taste good soaked, actually, if you ever try it. Have you ever tried soaking nuts and eating them?
I've never
Yeah,
I've
I have.
never soaked them, but I put them in my smoothie in a minute though.
That's good too. That's good.
I
Yeah,
made vegan mac and cheese, and you soak the nuts when you make
absolutely.
vegan mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Really? All right, now I love this. I love this because how you gonna be, wealthier? You ain't healthy, so this is,
Right.
some people like, why are they talking about? Because it is part of your wealth journey. We
It
Dr.
need
really
Rilla,
is.
to live
did
a
you
long
take part?
time.
Did you take part in the Healthy Fridays that was over there on Third at the Shrine apartment buildings back in the day?
I did.
Yeah, that must have been you. Because I mean, did you do the raw chocolate cake?
No, I didn't do raw chocolate cake, I don't think. I do raw cobblers, raw cheesecake, different things like that.
Okay,
But
yeah,
that could have been Hadassah. I don't know. She does raw food as well. She used to, at least.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
love those Fridays.
I would be happy to have a class and teach y'all how to do sprouts and some raw foods and stuff like that. Because I'm getting ready to be retired from doing it, so I want other people to know how to do it for themselves. Because, it's good to have. Even if you eat cooked food, it's always good to have. If you notice in the restaurant, they usually serve you a salad before before you eat your regular meal. That's because you need the raw food, the enzymes in the raw food to help the other food, whatever you're eating, to digest. So it's always good to have something raw, some kind of meal, appetizer or something before you eat cooked food. Have it raw food, uncooked food. I'll say uncooked. People don't like the word raw. So I'll say
No,
uncooked.
you say raw, you think of blood.
Right. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
You
good.
so
won't include the
amazing.
pates.
Oh, Sharonda says she liked her fat taste. She gets meals from me. Thank you, Sharonda.
The cheesecake is delicious as well.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Dr. Riola, I would like to position myself as your student.
okay.
Um, and I eat meat.
Okay.
Okay. I eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
And I also understand the value of what you're saying. And I understand we're missing that element of knowing how to uh, process food properly so that our bodies can use it properly.
Right.
So I want to be a student. I want to know what you know before you
Okay.
retire. Hang your hat up.
Okay.
Sharonda
Okay.
has her hand up.
Okay, so Miss Hudson, there's so many people from Global Empowerment that I guess I really have not met. So I'm a gymmer.
Okay.
But what's the R in your business name?
Our garden soap. Yeah.
Our garden. So okay. So I know you were on here talking about soap, but when you first came on, I heard our garden, our garden. I literally thought you had a literal garden. And some businesses, they change and they do different things. It's like my business name, well, one of them is Tana Beauty, and they're like, oh, you sell beauty products, and I'm like, that's not what it's about. I can't sell that, but I'm like, that's not what it's about at all. But have you ever considered having an actual garden?
I used to have a huge garden.
Oh, okay.
I knew that something like that was going to come behind that smile. That was like,
But I don't want to sell that product. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
been there, done that,
been
huh?
there, done
Okay.
that.
Okay.
My pitch contest that I won, that Lakeisha let you guys know I won. I pitched buying land to plant peach trees. So the garden aspect is coming. It's there. I'm partnered with Brother Nature Produce. partnered with Adama Farms in North Highland Park. So I truly believe that that is the garden park that's coming out.
So why peach trees? That's interesting. Because I
Mhm.
have a pear tree in my backyard.
That is,
And
pear trees are prevalent in Detroit. I had to cut ours down because it was rotting from the inside.
mm,
Mhm.
Peach trees, I chose peaches because Black folks eat a lot of peaches.
If I
Um,
can, I do.
the
I do too.
closest orchard to us is about an hour and a half away.
Mhm.
Um, and I've been studying farming and orcharding, and we can we can sustain a small peach farm here in the city. Like that would be great for our food economy to supply our restaurants. It'd be great for our agricultural asset bank to say we have peaches in Detroit as part of our food sovereignty program. And peaches are the first fruit to sell out in the markets I work in. People love peaches. Um, that's not the only fruit that I thought of, but my vision is also to create a space for young people to gather. Um, and I wanted to put a basketball court in my community also. And basketball was started with peach baskets. So it all kind of, I thought it'd be a cute thing to have in the neighborhood that would help catapult not only the brand in my business, but to create some generational wealth as well, by having said land.
that's
Rhonda.
that's really cool.
Okay, so with that last part, it sounds like it's some philanthropy coming on, or we need that business to fund and sponsor some of this stuff. So congratulations in advance.
Thank you.
Um, my granddaddy had land. We had like about 3 lots. It's about 4 lots now that our family still has here. Chicago and Linwood. If y'all ever knew the limo man, that's my family property right there. And he had peaches, he had pears too, Keisha. So it definitely can be done. And I mean, he had a whole lot, and it was just a portion of that. So we really don't need a whole lot of land to do the peaches, and it can, whatever you're trying to do, it can definitely be done. But as far as the beginning of that, the buying land piece, are you an advocate for people buying land, and are you trying
Black
to like
people,
work with people to buy land?
yeah, yeah. I've been an advocate of people buying land, buying properties since I bought my first property in my 20s. Um, that is the diving board of wealth in America is property or land. Um, the longer you find yourself paying rent, the harder it's going to be, and that's just how it is in America. Um, so I advocate to get your first property by any means necessary. However, whatever you got to do, however you got to do it. Um, my husband and I were blessed enough to be eligible for a program, right? A first time home buyer program back in when Obama first got in office. And we decided to use that first time home buyer program to buy a duplex. So we lived in one side and we rented the other side out. The rent covered our mortgage, so we still were winning. And it allowed us to be able to do other things like learn how to grow a garden. um, it allowed us to do other things like have time to build relationships with other people in the community which opened the door for me to open my first restaurant. Not still broke, not don't got no whole lot of money, but opportunities that are available because I don't have to pay somebody else $800-900 a month in rent, right? So yes, I am an advocate of that. I'm an advocate of that. My house here in Detroit, I was blessed enough to find a lady who was trying to sell her house, and I bought my house on land contract for $15,000. It was move-in ready. Being open to things like that, seeking out things like that. I've been studying real estate since I was 19, and I didn't get a chance to buy my first house until I was 28. And I didn't buy this house on land contract until I was 30 something. So, being consistently aware of what you want and what position you don't want to be in, I think is vital in wealth building. And we have to be super intentional, our generation. Just because, again, we weren't taught particular things, we have to be mindful that we need to learn particular things and then exercise those things we learn. And one of them is buying land, buying property.
Queen has her hand up, and we're almost to the hour.
Yeah, exactly. And I just have two things. Is one, tomorrow after the show, I will be doing my presentation for my vision. You are all invited, and it'll be on this right after the show at 10, and then I will do it again at 7 p.m. for those that are, because I'll have other people on the line that have been with me on this vision for a long time. And so either or both. You can come to either or both. And then also, Madam Hudson, how long does it take a tree to grow?
I was wondering.
The peach trees?
Yeah.
So depending on the breed or the strain.
And what side did you put them in as a tree already growing or from the seed?
No, you start them as a small tree with a root bulb.
Okay.
And they take anywhere from 2 to 4 years to mature.
That's all?
I'll probably advocate for the 4 because I want healthy things that are going to stick around a while.
Yeah.
And if you pick on the tree too early, it's going to affect the future fruit. The future fruit is not right if you pick on a tree too early. So I'm going to shoot for 4-5 years for the first harvest. For the first harvest party, yeah. We're going to throw a party.
How many did you plant? How many did
Say it
you
again?
plant? How many did you plant?
I haven't planted any yet. I just got the money to buy the land.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I got money to buy the land. And right now,
congratulations.
Thank you. We just put together a growing calendar, and we got connected with Keep Growing Detroit. Don't do that to my chair, you'll break it. We got connected with Keep Growing Detroit, and we are meeting with them this evening and getting introduced to the network there. And then I'm going to meet with one of my mentors from the school I worked at, and she's going to guide me in designing the space. So the trees have to be 12 to 15 feet apart. I'm looking at buying 4 pieces of land, Black Farmer Grant. Yep, that's one of my tabs I got open right now. I'm looking at buying 4 parcels, 4 double lots. And so based on what the measurements are, 12 to 15 feet apart, I'm going to estimate 6 to 8 trees.
Okay.
Because you want them to have room to do what they're going to do.
Thank you.
When you buy it.
All right, Madam Finance.
All right. I want to say thank you so much, Ms. Hudson. We thank you for so much for sharing all your information, your website, your vision, your successful pitch win. Like, it was amazing. We thank you for sharing your information. I thank each and every one of you for showing up because you really could be doing something else. I applaud you for being here, for that personal development, that growth, working on that mindset. And so, with that being said, let's do what we do. We hug ourselves because sometimes we hug everybody else and we don't give ourselves enough love and grace. So, hug ourselves. Let's hug the world because the world needs a hug too. And let's sprinkle love and light to all of those that are in authority because you never know. We send enough love and light to those that are in authority. Hey, anything can change. So God bless you. Have a wonderful and fantastic day on purpose.
Amen. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for
Thanks for coming.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.